What it do, baby? It's your boy Baki back with another one, baby. You know what it is. Let's do it. All right, so we've been talking a whole lot about Super Sentai and Power Rangers and everything on my TikTok. If you guys haven't been following me there, make sure to do so. So it seems like I have some kind of magical power, and they have released a new Netflix special for Power Rangers. It is called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. Now, I'll just say a couple things about this before we hop into this. I used to be a huge Power Ranger fan when I was like 5 years old, okay? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was literally for me, okay? I was born in 88. By the time that shit was like the hottest thing on the planet. And I kind of fell away from it, like most people do for Power Rangers, because it's just not really any depth behind it, and I'm not trying to hate on the show or anything. If you like Power Rangers, you like what you like in this world. Don't let anybody ever tell you shouldn't like something. But for me personally, I kind of got over the Power Rangers, whole rage that was the Power Rangers pretty fast. By the time the original cast was out, I was kind of already out, and something that I did do when I got older is we really like to watch cartoons and stuff. When I got to about like 15, 16, 17 years old, that was like our thing to do, was go back and watch older shows and stuff that were on the internet now that we could actually access that we couldn't do before. So we ended up doing that with Power Rangers. So I ended up seeing, I've seen all of Mighty Morphin all the way through. I've seen all of Dino Thunder, all of Ninja Storm, and I want to say that's it. Up until 2019, that was the most knowledge I had about it, besides knowing that it was based off of, the Japanese show. In 2019, I decided to watch the Japanese show, and the Japanese show literally changed my whole mentality about Power Rangers and what I thought I knew about Power Rangers. To me, everything is all Power Rangers and Tommy and all this other stuff. Man, the Japanese version of Super Sentai is like 10 million times better than anything we've ever gotten in the States. Like their lowest version of their Super Sentai, which would probably be one of the earlier ones like Jock or something like that, that is better than like our best Power Rangers, So for me, I've seen a lot of Super Sentai now. We've seen Zyuranger, Dairanger, Gokaiger, Aba Ranger. I've seen about 6 or 7 different Super Sentai shows, and I actually appreciate those as a grown man because the story is engaging. It's not the same thing over and over and over and over and over. The reason why I'm saying this is because it looks like this might be the first chance that Power Rangers has to actually have some depth. No offense, but majority of the time there's no depth in Power Rangers. It's for kids, and that's fine. It's like this, right? I look at it this way. There's usually 2 kinds of kid shows. There's shows like Power Rangers and Barney, right? That are pretty much every episode is the exact same. There's no real stakes. Nothing changes. The status quo never changes, but for minute moments, or in Power Rangers case, when they ran out of footage and they needed to change the Green Ranger to White Ranger, or change the Zords, right? And up to the other Zords from Dairanger, right? That is essentially what we're talking about here, right? The status quos. But what I'm saying though is, within the show itself, nothing really ever becomes something else. Whereas in the original show, Zyuranger, that I've been talking about on my TikTok, that show goes through peaks and valleys. The Green Ranger completely dies, and by the end of the show is nothing more than a memory and like a spirit roaming around. Bandora literally loses her powers at the end. She has a son that comes back. You find out all this backstory about like why she is the way she is, and about her witch powers and Satan, and it's just like layer on layer on layer on layer. And then on the American version, you got Bulk and Skull, So So with that being said, it looks like this Netflix show might be a chance to turn that and actually change this Power Rangers into something a little bit more for adults, you know? Not even more for adults, but just tailored to be for both a little bit more. Because the other side of that kids TV show, right? Instead of the Barney Power Rangers, same thing every fucking episode. Instead of that, right? What do you have on the other side, right? You have like dinosaurs or Animaniacs, right? Where an adult who's watching those shows, or Reboot, right? Where somebody who has knowledge of things going on watching those shows is going to see the extra effort that's being taken to not only entertain kids, but entertain adults as well. And I think that's a crazy balance to have. And it shows to me, those are my favorite shows. All of my favorite shows are like kid shows that have like adult based themes around them. Like I said, the dinosaurs, the Animaniacs, the Reboots. A 5-6-year-old is not going to get Elvira in a Reboot episode, but they may get it in, you know, later episodes. So that being said, let's check it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to linger too long. I'm already lingering, but yeah, let's see what it is. Let's check this thing out. Let's peep it. Let's peep it. Let's peep it. We peep it.
After all these years, I found a new buddy.
Wait, a Repulsa?
No, it can't be.
It's time for revenge!
She killed Mom. We gotta destroy her.
This is Ranger business, okay?
Let us sort this out.
No.
Rita's creating a time portal.
I'll kill you before Zorda makes you Rangers.
We gotta make sure Rita is...
Bandora.
Attention, Power Rangers! Get to your assignment
Bandora!
now!
What the f?
Once a ranger,
Always a ranger.
It's Morphin time!
Your move, Rangers.
You wanna fight? You found one!
See, this is what I'm saying, bro. The American version of Power Rangers has always been so corny, bro. And the Japanese version is just so dope.
Big mistake.
Nah, they still didn't pull it off, bro. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna show you a couple scenes.
Don't worry. You saved the world before.
It's over, isn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
And Rita?
With the coin in Jason's hands, the power is protected.
Listen. Motherfuckers who are hyped for that, you guys need to take out your nostalgia. You can be hyped for whatever you want.
I found a new...
But
all these years, I found
good
a new
lord, it just looks so studio-fied, man. The Rangers in the Japanese version, the reason why I always thought that they were cooler, I guess you could say, than what we portrayed is whenever we portrayed them, we always had them in the cleanest armor.
It's all over, Tommy.
Like they've never worn the gear ever outside of what we're seeing. Look how clean he looks, right? Rangers outfits, in my opinion, should have some grit and shit to them, especially after they're fighting for so long. That was something that you always saw in when we were watching the footage, right? Is like there was always damage, and they always had like black on their hands because they're like in the ground trying to get up, like and it adds an extra layer to me to the suits. notice the suits as well are also kind of clothy right now. I'm not even trying to be like the nerd guy, bro. I'm not. I really am not. But I'm just being honest about like my honest gripe about this shit right here is I don't really like this kind of look, honestly. And it's accurate, but it's too clean. And I feel like that's where they're making the mistake. I mean, for all I know, this could be their first fight, but it looks like every fight we see, everything looks too clean.
Wait, a repulsor?
No, it can't be.
Look, you see his gloves? See, like, that's the kind of shit that, like, I don't know.
Can't be.
It's time for revenge!
She sounds amazing, though, Rita. So that's Bandora. Okay. Let's do a quick fun fact as we're going through this. So in the Super Sentai, the original version of Zyuranger, that is Bandora. Bandora is 170 million years old, and essentially she was the queen of this tribe called the Doll tribe. When her son fucked up and killed some dino eggs and got killed himself, she then sold her soul to the devil to get her witch powers. The dinosaurs and the human clans came together to fight Bandora, and they ended up sending her on this planet called Nemesis, which is what you see in the very first episode of the Power Rangers, even is what those two guys are going towards. But in the Japanese version, they realize that it's the planet Nemesis, but they don't know about the past, so they send them into space going for it. Anyway, at the very, very end of Zyuranger, if you don't want to be spoiled, go watch it. It's only 50 episodes. I highly recommend it. But at the very, very, very end of Zyuranger, Bandora loses her powers essentially because she ends up like crying for her son, and they end up casting her into space where she's forever gone. But you could always say that she could have came back, even though there would have been no reason for her to, because she didn't have that evil malice in her heart anymore or whatever. But in the American version, I can't even remember how they got rid of Rita. I don't even remember.
Revenge!
Somebody tell me in the comments.
She killed Mom.
See, I don't like that premise either. So you're gonna be like, this is Trini? If you didn't know, the Yellow Ranger is actually a boy in the Japanese version of Zyuranger, which is where a majority of the footage you see in Power Rangers is from. It's literally copied and taken and pasted over here. And then we shoved the story around it and then dubbed over it. You understand what I'm saying? So in the Japanese version, his name is Boy. And he is in fact a male. That is also why he doesn't have a skirt on or anything, because he is a man. So, you know, if nobody ever realized that, then, you know, that's, you know, something else. I know people talking about, oh, it's on the Netflix thing. It's like, yeah, the Netflix show is talking about Power Rangers, but it's not talking about Zyuranger. And that's what I really made the TikTok videos for, is to like really explore Zyuranger, because I think the story is so intricate and deep, and it has so many different things going for it that actually sucks that we never got that version. We got a watered down version where you got to spend every episode going, it's Morphin time, and then run through all 5 Power Rangers, where you don't do that in Zyuranger. In Zyuranger, they go Dino Buckler, and then they transform some kind of way usually. You know what I'm saying? They're not all doing Dino Buckler. They do dances and shit though, like showing themselves off, but it all takes off time. You only got 22, 23 minutes or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like, anywho. Yeah, so being the Yellow Ranger is kind of weird here still for me. It's just so weird seeing these guys, because the last time I seen him was in Japan, the Japanese version.
Let us sort this out. Rita's creating a time portal.
I'll kill you before Zorda makes you Rangers!
We gotta make sure.
So
we
wait,
don't hurt anybody else.
I
saw
Attention,
Tommy
Power
there.
Ranger.
Okay. This is a much better layout of their lair, though. Look at the lair, looks actually tight. Remember how the lair used to look back in the day? I mean, I guess that's a cool, if the family's okay with it.
Power Rangers, get to your assigned stations.
Pandora. That's
Once
an
a
Easter
ranger,
egg for me.
Always a ranger.
Literally.
It's Morphin time.
Your move, Rangers.
You wanna fight? You found one.
You see what I'm saying though? Like, I get it though. It's for kids, man. You know what I'm saying?
Good luck.
But it'd be nice
Now
to.
it's a reunion.
Oh look, her gloves were dirty. Wait.
Now it's a
Wait.
now it's a reunion.
No, it's not.
Now it's
God damn it. Not really. They just have black on the bottom. But they're just so clean. And like the world just looks so ugh. It just doesn't scream good looking, guys. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not here to fucking like ride the hype wave. I know most of y'all done already clicked off. It's all right. I personally don't care. I'm here to just be honest, man. It just don't look good. It looks 30 years in the making because it's 30 years of them not being able to, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
Messing with this place was a big mistake.
Like even in the trailer, like the punches and shit, just like, I don't know, man. Everything just looks not good. Not good. Those look like the putty outfits you can literally get at the store. You know what I mean?
Mistake.
Who was that? Rocky or some shit is his name? I forget this dude's name. That dude's name. He almost fell right there. I don't know. And you know what else I hate is all the CGI. Now, most of the CGI stuff you see, even in the later Rangers, is still taken from the Japanese. You know, the thing that I appreciated in the later Ranger series, like Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm, is they have completely different villains. Like their villains are completely different. Like Lothar or whatever his name is, or I think that's Saban or whatever. I think that's the creator or whatever. But anyways, like they have completely different villains. But there was a lot of CG with the Zords, and I always think it looks so cheesy compared. You know? It's like they don't even want to show it for a long time because it's just so hard to build that shit up like that. That's why we got like 2 frames. I don't know.
Don't worry. You saved the world before.
If you want my honest opinion, I'd say it looks interesting, but I would say the #1 thing we should do is watch Super Sentai Zyuranger. Give that a chance. It's free on Tubi, Shout Factory. Give that a shot first. And watch that from an interesting perspective of knowing what Power Rangers looks like and then seeing episodes play and then seeing like the real version of each episode. It's actually a crazy experience. So yeah, that's all I got to say on it. I'm not really excited. That looked really bad, man. Like I get it's for kids, you know, but 30 years in the making, it's for me, bro. What are you saying? It's literally for me, bro. And like I said, I was not in the Rangers too far, so I can't like knock it too hard. But I'm telling you right now, Super Sentai is 1,000,000 times better than Zyuranger. Every single one. You know, okay. Perfect example. We got the one called, what was it? I was already in, like, definitely not in the Rangers at this time, but I heard about every single iteration we've ever had out here because they always announce it like it's a big thing. We had one called Super Mega Force, right? And Super Mega Force, I don't even know what happens in the show, but the Japanese counterpart is called Gokaiger, and in Gokaiger, they have the ability to transform into the last 35 or 34, because they're the 35th Super Sentai. They have the ability to transform into the last 34 iterations of Super Sentai Rangers. So like their whole entire scheme of that series is to, you know, beat the bad guy or whatever, because they're like space pirates and they actually kill people and shit sometimes. But like their whole thing is to collect all of these other all of these other Ranger chests, you know, or Ranger keys, essentially, that allow them to transform. And because of all the history that Super Sentai has, they're pulling actors from each show. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever's alive, if they can. So, I mean, it's some of them so long ago they didn't pull in alive or whatever. And there's literally an episode where they pull the Black Ranger from Zyuranger after I had already seen Zyuranger. And like, Goshi's my absolute favorite. And each episode is tailored around what those episodes were like. So in Zyuranger, a lot of the time, what happens is there'll be like a lot of destruction and things falling over and stuff like that. And that's exactly what happens in the Go Kiger episode. So they have, for like 30 episodes, 30 plus of their episodes, they're all centered around a different iteration of the Rangers while meeting one or two of the characters who used to be Rangers. Sometimes even 3 of them that used to be Rangers. And then they team up and do Ranger things at the end. And it's like, it's a beautiful like symphony, you know what I'm saying? And we got essentially like a watered down version because we weren't able to see all those iterations and experience all those iterations and everything else. So they just changed everything up and then just grabbed footage of like Ninja Storm and you know, this, that, and then slapped it together or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, compiled it. Now, for the modern take of the Rangers, that was cool because we got, you know, I don't know, by the time Super Mega Force came out, what, there had been maybe 15 or something like that. It had to be at least like 15. Because of Zyuranger's the 16th installment. So, but we skipped like 2 or 3. It'd probably be, yeah, because that would be like 10 would be 25, so 26. So what, 9, I mean 19. Yeah, 4. We skipped about 4 series. So yeah, it's probably about a 19 gap. But yeah, definitely check out Zyuranger if you haven't. This shit I'm not really excited for, but I'm gonna see. Yeah, I could be wrong. If I'm definitely gonna put out a review, I'm gonna start putting out reviews, content more and more and more. I know this wasn't like the most entertaining one or some shit. You guys are expecting me to like go crazy over this, but like Power Rangers never really did it for me. Zyuranger does it for me though. You know what I'm saying? I literally have that as like my music, as my background, bro. Like I literally, I love these motherfuckers. I need you to understand that they're important to me. But besides that, yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be easy out there. Peace.
I'll get them back for this. Zordon and his Power Rangers and that talking tin can too.